You ever have that gut feeling that something's wrong, but you laugh it off like, hey, I'm just tired. Maybe I've had too much coffee. Yeah, that's how it started for me. I was on a work trip. Nothing glamorous, just a long drive, way too many gas station coffees, and a last-minute stop at this old roadside place. Ashfield Motel. Now, if you've never seen it, picture this. A long strip of beige brick, neon sign that flickered like it hadn't worked properly since the 80s, and a parking lot full of those random cars that make you wonder if anyone actually checked in, or if they've just been abandoned there. I remember actually chuckling when I pulled in. Like, great, if I disappear tonight, this is exactly the kind of place Netflix makes a documentary about. Yeah, laugh it up, right? I should have kept driving, but it was late, I was exhausted, and the woman at the front desk. She had this weirdly sweet smile, like a grandma who'd been running the place forever. She handed me the metal keys, not a card, and said, Room 713, top floor, end of the hall. Careful. The lights like to play tricks. I laughed it off. Because of course, the creepy motel lady is giving me the scary foreshadowing treatment. Now, room 713. Let me just say, walking down that hallway felt like stepping into an old photograph. The carpet was this ugly faded green that crunched under your shoes. The overhead bulbs buzzed like a swarm of bees, and every door I passed was painted the same dull beige, except mine. My door had scratches near the handle, like deep ones, not cat scratches. Not oops, I moved my luggage too close. These were long, frantic-looking scrapes that cut straight into the wood, and I remember I laughed again. Like, nervous laugh. Some drunk guy probably locked himself out. But my stomach told a different story. Inside, the room looked normal. 2 twin beds with scratchy blankets, an old TV that looked way too bulky to even work anymore, and the smell loo. That damp, heavy smell of mold mixed with cheap air freshener. I set my bag down, and for a second, I thought I heard footsteps in the hall. Heavy ones, slow, but when I peeked out, nothing. Just buzzing lights and that endless green carpet. Okay, fine. I was tired. My brain was playing tricks. I shut the door, locked it, double-checked it. Because hey, old motels aren't exactly crime-free, right? Now, here's where I need to pause. Because people always ask me later, why didn't you just leave? And the truth is, I don't know. Maybe it was the exhaustion. Maybe it was pride like, I paid $60, I'm damn well sleeping here. Or maybe it was something else. Something about that room felt like it wanted me there. I flicked on the TV, just static. No channels, no sound, just that gray fuzz filling the room with a low hiss. And you know how your eyes start to play tricks when you stare at static too long? I swore I saw shapes moving inside the fuzz. I actually laughed, shook my head. Okay, Rizwan, you need sleep. This is what happens when you mix Red Bull and road trips. So I turned the TV off, and that's when I heard it, from the other bed. A soft creak, like someone shifting their weight. I froze, my eyes locked on that bed. The blanket was tucked tight, untouched, but I swear, it moved. Just a little. Like the weight of someone invisible pressing down. I tried to laugh again, but my voice cracked. Probably just old springs. Yeah, springs. But deep down, I knew I wasn't alone. Now, look, I'm not gonna act like I was some fearless hero here. I did what every logical adult man does in a haunted motel room. I grabbed my bag of Doritos from the nightstand and started stress eating. Because apparently my survival plan was, if I'm gonna die, at least I'm dying crunchy. But when I crumpled that bag, the sound echoed. Like it didn't belong in the room. Like the walls swallowed it and threw it back at me. And then the TV flicked back on, by itself. Static, hissing, and in between the fuzz, a whisper. So soft, I almost didn't hear it. Stay. I dropped the chips. My heart stopped. Because it wasn't just the sound. It was the way the voice felt, like it was right next to me, like it was whispering in my ear. And the worst part, it wasn't angry, it wasn't threatening, it sounded lonely. I told myself I misheard it, that it was the TV crackling, that my brain, already fried from driving all day, was just filling in the blanks. But the voice came again. Stay. This time. Drawn out, almost pleading. Short silence for effect. You ever get that feeling where your skin feels too small for your body? Like your nerves are buzzing, every hair on your arm standing up? That was me. And then click. The TV shut off again. The room completely silent. Except my heart. Now listen. I'm not proud of this, but I literally said out loud, okay, nope, we're not doing this. Ghosts, demons, whatever, you can keep the damn room. I'm checking out. I grabbed my backpack, shoved my Doritos inside like they were life insurance papers, and I headed for the door. But when I turned the handle, slow voice, it didn't move, locked. Which made no sense because I had literally just locked it myself. I yanked harder, nothing, and then, from behind me, creak, the sound of the other bed shifting again. I didn't turn around. I couldn't. My whole body locked up. But I heard it clear as day-like weight pressing down into the mattress, slow and deliberate, and then breathing, not heavy, not angry, soft, gentle, like someone trying not to scare me. That broke me. I spun around, and the bed was empty, still tucked, still perfect, but the blanket had sunk, as if something was lying underneath. So instead, I backed away, step by step, until my calves hit the dresser. And that's when the TV flicked on again, static, but no whisper this time. Instead, the static started moving. Not random fuzz, not white noise. It looked like a hallway. The very hallway outside my door, and in the static, a figure, tall, thin, standing still, facing my room. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried to convince yourself you're sane while your eyes are screaming, nope. But I told myself, it's just a trick of the TV, bad wiring, old motel tech, chill. But then the figure in the static moved, one slow step closer to the screen. And at the same time, HUD, something heavy hit the wall outside my room, right where the figure had been standing. At this point, I actually said, okay, plot twist. I'm not even getting my $60 back, am I? Because if I didn't laugh, I was gonna scream. I backed toward the bathroom, my only option for safe space. Flicked on the light. It buzzed, flickered, and then stayed dim. And there, on the mirror, I swear on everything, words had appeared, written in streaks, like with wet fingers. Don't leave me. I slammed the bathroom door shut and leaned against it, trying to catch my breath. That's when I heard it. Scratch, scratch, right at the bottom of the door. Like something was dragging its nails across the wood. I froze. Every hair on my arm stood up. Then flicker. The bathroom light buzzed, dimmed, and came back on. Buzzed again. Like someone was pacing back and forth right outside. It brought me back to this stupid fear I had as a kid. I used to panic if anyone shut me in a room, even for a second. I'd scream until someone opened the door. And here I was, grown man, stuck in a bathroom, whispering to myself like a terrified little boy. And then, because panic makes you do dumb things, I actually tried talking to it. All right, listen, I said out loud, voice shaking. You get the left bed, I'll take the right. We'll be like college roommates, deal? I laughed nervously, half hoping the silence would answer me back. But the silence didn't. The TV in the bedroom did. Click on, click off, click on, click off. Each time in a perfect rhythm. Like it was answering my question. I lock the bathroom door, heart thumping like I just ran a marathon. The scratching on the wood doesn't stop. It's slow, steady, like claws dragging, and then click. The bathroom light flickers. Once, twice, like something pacing right outside. That's when this old fear hits me. When I was a kid, I once got locked in my cousin's storage room for hours. No windows, pitch dark. I remember clawing at the door, screaming, convinced something was behind me in the shadows. Standing there now, I felt that same knot in my chest. Like I was 8 years old again, and then I do the dumbest thing ever. I start negotiating with the ghost. Okay, listen, I don't care if you're here. You take the left bed, I'll take the right. Just don't mess with my stuff. Cool? For a second, silence, and then BZZT. The TV in the room turns on, static fills the air, it shuts off, then turns on again, BZZZ, BZZZ, like it's answering me. And I swear I couldn't help it, I laughed. Nervous, shaky, but real. Okay, buddy, deal? Left bed's yours. But the second I said it, the TV blasted to full volume on some random channel, like the ghost wasn't laughing with me, it was laughing at me. That's when I realized this wasn't just pacing or scratching or messing with lights. Whatever was in that room wanted me to know it, understood. I slammed the bathroom door shut and pressed my back against it. The scratching doesn't stop. It's steady, patient, like it knows I have nowhere else to go. The light above me flickers, buzzing, then goes out completely. Darkness swallows everything. For a second, I swear I hear footsteps pacing just outside the door, slow, deliberate, like it's enjoying this. I force myself to breathe, but each inhale feels shallow, like the air itself is heavy. I remember being a kid locked in my uncle's basement once as a joke. The dark pressing in, scratching sounds I couldn't explain. I told myself I grew out of that fear, but standing here, I feel like I'm 7 years old again. I try to break the tension with a nervous laugh. Okay, look, whoever you are, you get the left bed, I get the right. Deal? My voice shakes, but for a moment it feels good to hear something human, even if it's just me. Then like it heard me, the TV in the other room clicks on. Static at first, then off, then on again. Each time in perfect rhythm, on, off, like it's answering me. I freeze. My tongue sticks to the roof of my mouth. The scratching stops, the silence is worse. And then I realize something, the static wasn't random. It was spelling something in Morse code, a word. Over and over, leave. But I can't move. My body won't listen. And deep down, some part of me knows it doesn't actually want me to leave. I pressed my back against the bathroom door, listening to that scratching. At first, I thought it was nails, but then I realized it was too deliberate, like someone was carving letters into the wood, slow and careful. The light overhead buzzed, flickered, and I swear the shadows in the corners shifted like they were breathing. My heart hammered. I tried to laugh it off. Alright, ghost, you get the left bed, I'll take the right. Roommates. Easy, right? That's when the TV outside clicked on. Static, then silence. Then on again, off again, on again, like it was answering me. I froze. The rhythm wasn't random. It was spelling something in Morse code. Short, long, short, over and over. I didn't know Morse, but something deep down told me what it meant. No deal. My throat went dry. I backed up into the corner, gripping the sink like it could save me. But then I realized I hadn't checked the mirror. When I finally looked, my reflection was there, but it wasn't moving like me. My chest rose and fell. His didn't. My lips trembled. His curled into a smile. The scratching at the door stopped. Silence filled the air so thick it hurt my ears, and then the handle began to turn. I shut my eyes and whispered, "Please let this be a dream." When I opened them, I wasn't in the bathroom anymore. I was standing in the hallway. Only one light worked, buzzing overhead. The door to room 303 was open in front of me. Inside, the TV played static. On the screen, my reflection waved. And then the door slammed shut.